show you first. You're live. You're live. Are you going to say hello? You tell everybody hi. There's Max there sleeping. Looking at you, looking at me. I know, I see you looking at me. Good evening, everyone. How are you tonight? I just thought that that's a funny way to open with my little baby girl. She just needs to be near me every moment. She's such a good dog. She really is. And that face. How can you not like that face? So good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I gotta tell you, I, you know, I I get so many comments, um, different things. People will look at different comments and they will see different things. I don't know what this lady was seeing, but I was showing, uh, I think it was showing oil slick. Oil slick was outside in the yard, and this lady was like in the comments. She was like, "Oh my God, you are a horrible human being, making that poor chicken stay out in the yard, freezing her feet off in the snow." Well, wait a minute. The last I checked, I'm not in the chicken coop beating the chickens to make them all go outside. They go in or out as they please. That's what they do, Pandora. Now I got this one. Look. What? Oh dear, it's terrible. Terrible. So anyway, ay ay ay. But anyhow, so she was telling me what a horrible person that I was, and that I need to take care of my chicken. I'm like, oh, and I even left a comment up just because I thought it was that funny. I was like, okay, lady, you have absolutely no clue whatsoever, But that was pretty funny. But anyway, good evening. How is everybody doing? I'm doing a little bit better. A little bit better. Yeah, the coop door was open. Exactly. Exactly, RV source. So that chicken could go back into the coop anytime that it wants to. Yeah. So during the day, that's what I do. I open up the door. If they want to go out, they go out. If they don't want to go out, they don't. And a lot of times, this time of year, they stay right in the coop, just because it is cold and it's nasty and it's not a pleasant time of year. Like we today, um, we had snow all day long. It snowed, a light little snow, but we got a couple inches on the ground, and not a whole lot of fun. World War III nuclear Armageddon is going to happen when Russia invades Ukraine. Okay, Alex, all right, we're going to get into that here in just a moment, I promise. So, what's in the mug tonight? Hot tea and honey. I love the hot tea. It's when it's this time of year. It's so funny. It's weird because I like tea in general. I would rather drink tea than coffee, to be honest with you. But this time of year, I turn into like a big tea drinker, and I really like to drink a lot of tea when it's cold. Now, as soon as it warms up, all summer long, I won't drink any tea at all. Won't drink it at all, other than like green tea or anything, something like that. You know, yeah, it is. It is amazing how that works out. So what do we at? 334 already in the chat. We're at 111 on the thumbs up. That's only like 33%, guys. Come on now. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you really quickly to please do so to show support for the channel. And I thank you ahead of time for that. I appreciate it. Also, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel for that reason as well. So I would ask you to do it for that reason as well. And also, uh, I like to see a lot of thumbs up. That's part of the game for me. So I like to see where we can end up, by the end of the stream. So that's always fun. But also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. All right, so let us do this part first, and then we'll get into the topic. Just want to remind everybody that this is a very family-friendly oriented channel, and snowing in 19 degrees here. Yeah, I don't even know what the temperature is here right now. Let's see. I will tell you in a moment. Let me look and see. It is 28 degrees right now, and we do have snow. So that's what we're looking at right now. Good times. Yeah, I know. Not tonight, honey. Honey, come on down. All right. Um. So please keep the chat clean. No racism, no nastiness, anything like that. It's not going to be tolerated. And heard 41 Russians were captured at the border. I'm sure there's a lot of talk going on. Like I said, we're going to get into that in just a minute. But but anyway, again, just please be decent in the chat with each other. If you can't follow those simple rules, those awesome people in blue are going to boot you out of here because we're just not going to tolerate it. We're going to have a good chat. And I definitely want your guys' feedback. Again, any questions or statements, all cap lock, so they stand out for me, please. And thank you for that as well. All right. So, situation with Russia. I don't know if you guys knew or not today, but Biden and Putin had a one-on-one chat, and basically, you know, they're laying out where if you attack the Ukraine, these will be the consequences, and we are not going to put boots on the ground. We're not going to attack Russia. This is my opinion, okay? Just so you guys know too, it's my opinion. They would do sanctions. They would do sanctions. They would do, they would stop that pipeline to Germany. They would do stuff like that. So you're not. I don't think you're going to see. I don't think you're going to see any. You know, if they attack the Ukraine, we're going to do this. Now, Russia, you got to understand something, guys. Okay, the Ukraine was part of the Soviet Empire before the breakup of the empire. They've already taken the Crimea back already. All right, they annexed that already, so they've already taken that back. There's certain parts of the Ukraine that separatists that are loyal to Russia control, so they want Russia in those areas. Okay, I mean that's the reality of it. That is the reality of it. So, didn't Germany already stop that pipeline? No, that had been approved. That is actually still being built as we speak. And if like I said, one of the consequences of that, if they attack the Ukraine, is that their Germany will stop that. They're not going to allow that. And Russia wants to sell their oil, folks. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean, that's how you continue to build your empire is having a cash revenue source, and oil is that. And so, like I said, I think what you see generally in the public is a lot of grandstanding, and then behind closed doors, deals are made. That's how it always goes. So with Biden and Putin talking, I think what they basically were saying, what do you want? What can we do to resolve this so that we don't have to, go into a accelerated conflict type of situation. And basically, the reality is what Russia wants is to make sure that we are not putting NATO troops, that we are not putting, things into the Ukraine that can be right on Russia's border. It would almost be like this, guys. Okay, and I want you to think about this. Let's say all of a sudden Canada got super super cozy with China, and China said, listen, we're going to come in and we're going to build some missile silos and stuff like that right there down by your border, down by the United States for your protection, right? So it's the same situation over there. They don't want, and I mean, Russia doesn't want the United States coming in there, putting in defensive stuff into the Ukraine that could be a threat to their border, which makes all the sense in the world because we wouldn't tolerate it either. We wouldn't. So if that means you go in and you take the area back over, uh, you know, and I think if we allow Russia to invade the Ukraine, then China will see this as a green light to invade Taiwan. And why wouldn't they? No, you're right. I don't see that, And I'm going to tell you what, my personal opinion, I think it's a matter of time before China takes Taiwan. I honestly believe that that's a matter of time. What we have to understand is whatever our reaction is going to be to these situations, all right, whatever our, and I'm talking as the United States, whatever our reaction is to these things is going to be a real teller of how people either respect us or don't respect us around the world. Now, if we have pledged, excuse me, if we have pledged to back the Ukraine and then we don't, you lose face with that. It absolutely, you lose face with it, you know. And there's a lot more going on than we're ever going to be privileged to. There's things happening that we're never going to know about, and that's the reality. They sure are not going to tell us everything, but if you look at it and you pay attention, there's always games going on. And I want you guys to realize something. The United States military, we put more money in our military. I think it actually, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be mistaken, but I don't think that I am, we put more money into our military than all the rest of the countries combined. Now, if I'm wrong on that, please somebody correct me. But I know we are by far number one by a long shot. We outspend everybody else when it comes to defense. Okay. We have top of the line everything. The next 10 countries, okay. Mark Sweeter said the next 10 countries combined. Yeah. And I knew we spent way more than everybody else. So our stuff, I mean, right now they're coming out with, and I want you to think about this, okay? We have 11 of these aircraft carrier groups out there right now, and they're upgrading those to the Gerald R. Ford class. Right now, I think it's the Nimitz class, and they're upgrading it to the Gerald R. Ford class, which is the next level up. So those other aircraft carriers are still there. They're not like they're going to go away. And we're getting better and better all the time. Like one of those aircraft carriers is like a small city. They have like 70 planes on those aircraft carriers, and then they have so many ships around that. It is it is unbelievable, unbelievable. And the biggest thing, the biggest advantage, that we have is our technology. I mean, our technology is way ahead of everybody else's. When you have those bombs that basically you put in the coordinates and it hits that target every freaking time right on the nose. That is superiority that cannot be beaten. I don't care, you can be, Afghanistan or wherever else they are. If we knew where the targets were and we needed to take them out, we take them out. So, I mean, that's the reality of it. A long drawn out thing where we have to have troops on the ground and on all that type of stuff, and then they're a target, and then they can do the guerrilla warfare tactics. But again, when you have air superiority, when you have sea superiority, really you can't beat that. You really can't. So I mean, even though we are looking and appearing weak, we really aren't. We really aren't. Uh, you know, Aircraft carriers are easily taken out in the modern day war theater. That would depend. That would depend because you got to concentrate on certain things. Yeah, the only thing that could sink them probably are nukes. You're right. You know, and we got enough nukes that we could blow each other up 100 million times. So that would not be. That is not something that either side I think wants to see happen. I really don't. You know, but no, the Clintons gave uranium. They didn't give them nukes. They gave them uranium or sold them uranium in a roundabout way. Yes, they did. I remember that. 20% of something. It says China will wait till after the Olympics to attack Taiwan. Most likely, they want to put on the grand show and everything like that, which, every country that hosts the Olympics wants to do that. And you don't want to be in the middle of a war when you're hosting the Olympics because then people just won't go. So, why did Afghan take 20 years? I can easily tell you prepper days. Let me break it down for you very easily. We could have gone into Afghanistan. Realistically, here's the reality of it. We could have gone into Afghanistan and in less than a year, squared it all away, taken care of everything, and there'd be no Taliban, there'd be nobody to fight us. Okay. But we don't fight wars that way anymore. We are trying to be the good guy and show that when you're fighting wars with one hand tied behind your back all the time, and you have to have all these rules on our side, and the other side has no rules. That's why you have a 20-year war. When you have a 20-year war, the reason you have a 20-year war is because war is good for business. Big business is made a fortune. Halliburton, Lockheed Martin. I want you guys, here's a little homework for you. And if you don't believe me, this is the homework I want you to do. You look at what numbers, and I'll just give you those two: Halliburton, Lockheed Martin. Okay. Two defense contractors. Look up how much money they've made in the last 20 years. Look it up. I think you would be shocked at their profit margins, how much they've sold, you know, to these defense contractors in the last 20 years. Big, big, big money. So that's why these wars. Why do you think we were in Vietnam forever? Why do you think we were in, uh, Iraq forever? Why do you think we were here in Afghanistan forever? Now, it wasn't about. Let's be clear about something. It ain't about the people. We don't care about those people. We've proved that. We proved that we don't care about those people because look at all the ones we left behind. All these people that helped us, the United States, Canada, the UK. You look at all those people that helped our troops when we were over there, and what did we do? We bailed on them. We said, screw you, we're done, we're out of here. Boeing, yep, there's another one as well. Yeah. But I was just giving those two as an example. But the money is phenomenal that these companies are making. And if you look it up, you'd be like you said, that's where it goes. And that's why they keep these wars going, because who gives a crap about, John Smith from Hoboken, New Jersey, right? Who cares about him? They don't care about him. He volunteered to go. So he goes. We did the rah, rah, rah thing, stirred it up, made it look like, oh, we're saving the country. And then we're going to ship these kids over there, put them in a line of fire, and use them as fodder. Wouldn't give a crap. Not giving them proper equipment, not giving them, the heavily enough plated armor so that when these IEDs were blown up, that these poor kids had their legs and crap blown off. They survived, but their legs are all blown up and their arms are all blown up, and now they come back and they're messed up for the rest of their lives because of that. And it's just because we didn't build proper equipment to make sure that they were squared away. I mean, think about it, guys. I'm not saying nothing see, the thing is, you're not going to read about that in the mainstream media. You're not going to hear about that. You're not going to hear about how our soldiers over there were putting on extra plating of armor on their own vehicles because they knew they weren't built properly. What about that? I'm sorry, but if I'm going to put our soldiers in harm's way, I want to give them the best opportunity that I could possibly give them to be successful. That's what I'm going to do as the leader. If I'm the leader of this country, and if I know that the armored vehicles are defective and they need more armor, then I'm making sure it happens. I'm making sure it happens. Now, be careful that I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. And thank you, Mountain Man. I appreciate that. But it's upsetting to me. As a soldier, as a former soldier, it's upsetting to me. And I don't think that we should lose our men and women because of negligence. I don't believe that that should be ever be the case. We need to take care of, we need to take care of our troops, and give them the proper equipment, make sure that they can do the job, you know. And unfortunately, like I said, our guys are fighting with one hand tied behind their back. They have limitations of what they can and cannot do as far as engagement. I'm sorry, some of you may not like this, but basically, here's the enemy village, and you give them fair warning. You're the enemy village. If you don't, you know, do X, Y, or Z, you're the enemy. And then you go and you just take it all out, and that ends that. That ends that. Every American soldier that's killed, you killed 1,000 of them. Really quickly, things would turn around in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, because they would stop doing these attacks if they knew that the consequences of their actions were going to be so severe that this many people would die if one American soldier dies. That would do it. I'm sorry, that would do it. It would crawl to a halt, and that would be the end of that. But that's not how we're fighting wars. We have to be perceived as the good guy. So, you know, yeah, there's a limit to being my brother's keeper. You got that right. There is a limit. So I'm sorry, I would fight wars differently. Absolutely fight wars differently. Wouldn't be playing games. Can't play games. But because it's not about, you got to understand, okay? It's not about war. It's about business. It's a business. And the longer we can stay there, the longer that we can keep our troops there, that's more money poured in, poured in, poured in, poured in constantly, you know? So that's kind of, my take on that. But again, you know, yep, the ear protection was faulty as well. Exactly, and there was issues with that, and now you got a lot of guys having problems with hearing. I mean, it's just insane. It's absolutely, and it goes all. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you a quick story. All right, quick story, true story, true story. A lot of you know, a lot of you may not know. I am left-handed. All right. The M16, when it shoots, the shells eject straight back like this. Okay. So if you are right handed and you're holding your M16, right, the shells are going past your head, no problem. But if you're left handed and you're holding that M16 left handed, like I obviously do, they come straight back and they hit you in the face. So they have what they call a brass deflector. All right. So you have to have a brass deflector for that M16 so you don't get that hot brass hitting you in the face. So being in the military, you have to qualify once a year with your M16. So we went to the range this particular day to qualify. And so my turn comes up to shoot, and I guess I was the first lefty that was getting ready to shoot. And I said, I'm going to need a brass deflector because I'm left-handed. Oh, well, we don't have any today. And this is just an example of how the military is run, guys. Okay, I'm giving you an example. And so I'm like, what do you want me to do? Well, you got to qualify anyway, right? So I got my helmet on, right? Chin strap all down through here, and I'm catching hot brass straight in my face. When I finally had enough, I had a piece of hot brass caught, and I have the scar. If you see that right here on my face, right there, hot piece of hot brass caught between my chin strap and my face, and was right there. Okay, and I took the M16 and I just held it out and I just fired it off. And I'm like, screw this! I'm not doing it anymore. I mean, I'm going to lose an eye or something's going to happen. So what happened as a result of that? I'm going to tell you exactly what happened as a result of that. The rest of the people that were shooting that day, and I had another burn on my face over here someplace too. So I had the swelled up spot here from the burn because it got that piece of hot brass got caught between my chin strap and my face, and I had a burn on my face here. So the other left-handers were like, "I'm not shooting. I'm not doing it." right? So when they investigated it, this is what. Oh, and by the way, I passed, which is there's no way that I passed my shooting that on the range that day. By the way, but what happened was they said we were given the option to shoot with the brass deflector or not shoot with the brass deflector because I got hurt. That's why there was an investigation, right? But they lied. They absolutely lied. Why would I go, oh, yeah, well, I know that hot brass is going to come back and hit me directly in my face. I'm going to shoot anyway? No, nobody would do that. You follow orders. You said, they tell you, go ahead, do this, and that's it. So you do it. That's what happens. Okay. So, these are things that happen. And then they cover their butts afterwards. They cover their butts afterwards. And, it's insane. It is absolutely insane. But yeah, they cover their butts, and that's what they do. And so, nothing ever came of it. Like I figured nothing ever would, because that's the military. They're going to cover up. They're going to cover their butts, and they don't care who gets hurt. It doesn't make any difference to them at the end of the day. So, you know, but that's the reality. That's the military. Okay, it's hurry up and wait, and they have you do stupid stuff that you shouldn't be doing a lot of times. Now, you know, if you got things squared away and organized, and hopefully you got a good sergeant or a good leader in your group that's leading you, things can be different. But when you have lazy people sometimes, and they want you to do something anyway that's not safe, and then, like I said, they're going to cover their butts. That's how it goes. So, left eye dominant. So, like when I shoot, I'm holding my gun this way, and I'm here. So I'm closing my right eye and I'm looking with my left eye. So so that is the reality of that. So that's how it is in the service, guys. You know, fellow servicemen, tell me I'm not wrong. you know, tell me I'm not wrong. But anyway, the situation over there, I'm pretty sure that Biden and Putin, so I'm pretty sure that the two of them have sat down and figured out what kind of deal that they were going to come to, what agreement that they were going to come to. So Tracy Smith says nothing has changed. Yeah, I'm sure. I know how. Like I said, I know how it's run. It's an absolute cluster F for the most part. For the most part, to be honest with you, recruiters are the biggest liars. Yes, they are. Yes, they absolutely are. But you definitely come out of there with a different set of skill sets, though. That's definitely true. Depending on what you decide to do with life. There was a shooting that this is going back a ways. And so I'll give you an example. This is something that had happened. This is a real life situation that happened. So there was these two guys, and the cops, undercover cops, were going to get them, right? Because that's what they do. So they stopped them, and these two guys fought back, and they fought back militarily style. They advanced, cover fire, working their way up, and they killed these cops. Okay. And cops ain't used to that. They're used to people running when the cops pull their guns out and say freeze and stuff like that. But when you have people that have made the decision that they're not going to be giving up, and they're going to do what they're going to do, and especially if they've been militarily trained, they know how to fight. And both of these gentlemen were ex-military, and that's exactly what they did. They fought, and because of that situation, you had a lot of problems there, and the police had to change their tactics in dealing with. So there was another guy recently that had gone nuts and was shooting the police, and they were showing on the video cam of like the buildings, in the way that he was moving. They basically said you could tell he was ex-military because he was sweeping and he was clearing an area in a certain way to make sure there wasn't any enemy shooters coming at him in that direction. So, some people are going to take that military training and store it away, have it, use it for whatever situation comes up to protect themselves or their families. But then you're going to have your criminal mindset people that are going to decide that and the two guys that were they were like white supremacist type of dudes. This is going back a ways, like in the 80s. I think this happened, where that one shooting happened. The other one was later. But you have people that once they've made that decision, that they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and that's it. you know it comes down to it all the time. At some point, it's either you sh or you get off the pot. And when you push a man to a certain point and he has had enough, that's when they fight back. And it don't matter who it is that's coming after them, they're going to fight back. And I'll tell you, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game when you have somebody determined not to be taken, determined that what was your MOS in the Army? I was a 51 Romeo. I was an interior electrician. And so we also were combat engineers as well. So we got to play with C4 and all those type of stuff. So that is what I did. I did my basic in AIT out in Leonardwood, in Missouri. And so Fort Lost in the Woods in the state of Missouri. But yeah, playing with C4 was fun. I will tell you that right now, guys. That was some cool stuff. That was some very, very cool stuff. So, but I ended up being part of when I was down at Bragg. I was attached to an engineer detachment, part of the 20th Engineer Brigade, many, many moons ago. Many, many moons. But interesting for sure. So 91 Bravo open wheeled mechanic. There you go. Okay. Yep. So Jay said I was a cook, 93 Bravo 20. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. It's funny, all those things coming back, right, guys? All those codes. So, but yeah, it was, I'll tell you what, I definitely, definitely like my experience in the military. Definitely made me grow up, which, excuse me. It's still there, but not as bad as it was. Slowly getting better every day. So we're getting there. So, but good times, good times. Yeah, there is a lot of very cool things that you can learn in the military. My son is a combat engineer. He's on his way to Somalia right now. Wow. Okay. Well, I wish him the best of luck over there. I really do. Wish him the best of luck. Yep. So we would build things and blow things up. That's what we did. We can do both. So that was always fun. But anyway, the whole situation with did you get my package? And his guess is one egg today. I have not been down to the post office today yet, Asif. I will try to get down there maybe tomorrow. Actually, today I didn't go anywhere. Didn't go anywhere today. We had excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Bragg is not an open base anymore. Really? Oh, jeez. You got to give me a second. It's like holding on a little bit, but like I said, it is slowly working its way out. I'm guessing bronchitis with an ongoing cough. You know what? I don't know. Maybe, possibly. It definitely is in my lungs. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, once you start coughing, it's tough to stop. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm gonna make it, I promise. Uh, they blocked Fort Bragg Boulevard. They made a new road around it. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, because I remember going in there was pretty easy. Getting into Bragg was real easy. And then you have Pope Air Force Base is attached right with Bragg. So, oh yeah, we did the gas chamber and basic training. Yep, yep, absolutely. I will never. Okay, so you want to hear a gas? So anyway, I have always been and always will be a smart ass. It's just in my nature. I can't help it. I'm always going to bust chops. That's just the way it's always been. Okay. So we get to the day where we're going to do the gas chamber, right? And so we're standing there and the sergeant's talking, and he says, now, what we're going to do is we're going to put 10 of you in at a time. We're going to have you line up. You'll put your gas mask on. You will go into the gas chamber. Once you are in the gas chamber, um, we will tell you to turn around, face the front, and then we're going to tell you to take off your gas masks. They said, don't try to hold your breath, or we'll wait until you breathe. And the longer that you do that, then it hurts everybody else that's in there with you and all that whole nonsense, right? So, me being me, I put my hand up and I go, Sergeant. And he goes, yeah, yeah, Carswell. I said, what if I said I believe you that it works? He says, okay, smart ass. He goes, come here, get up here. You're going in the first 10. And he put me at the end of the line. So I'm the 10th guy. So I'm the last guy going in. And that's what I get, right? That's what I get. So we get in there and so we walk in there. We got our gas mask on and you're breathing normally. You see all the smoke is everywhere. And they're like, take your mask off. So you take your mask off and you're standing there. Now, when you leave the gas chamber, what they told you was when you leave the gas chamber, you walk into the smoke, you put your arms out like this. Don't touch your face. Let the wind blow in your face to blow the stuff off, right? Okay, so you go into this freaking gas chamber. You take your mask off. You're standing there, and what I did. I was doing this. I was like little light breaths, trying not to take a deep breath. Okay. Oh my God! But when you got uh that in your stuff, it was like the snot. Literally, the snot ran out of your nose. I mean, just like faucets. Um, because of the and your eyes are on fire. So then they tell you to go out. So you go out and you have to and they're guiding you, go this way, and so you're out there and you're putting your arms out and that wind is blowing in your face and you and it dissipates and it definitely feels better. Okay. um then we got to watch everybody else go through. And I can honestly tell you guys, I have never laughed so hard in my life as I did that day. Watching these guys staggering out, and they're just like I said, the snot is just pouring out of their noses, and their eyes are on fire, and they're like, ah! I mean, it was just, it is torture. It is absolutely torture. It is no fun whatsoever. But it's basically showing you that your equipment works, it works properly, and it can save your life. So but yes, that was definitely um yeah, grown men snotting like a 5-year-old. Absolutely it is unbelievable. It is definitely an experience, and everybody that goes through basic training in the army anyway, when I was in, that's what we had to do. So I don't think that has changed very much. I know some things that they do they don't do anymore. Like we did a 15-mile road march during basic training, full gear, the whole 9 yards. So that, but yeah, it was just, that was part of what you had to do. So, but it was just, so that's I haven't thought about that, guys. I'll be honest with you, I hadn't thought about it in years. but we did it in the Air Force at least 25 years ago. Okay. Yeah, and it's just you know, it is how it goes. And but uh, but yes, that's definitely definitely an interesting experience. I can tell you that. Something you never forget. Never forget. But yeah, they had us waving arms like a bird coming out of the chamber. Okay. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it was just crazy stuff. And you can't think. You can't do anything. You just want out. You just that's all you want. You want out. And so, being the 10th guy, I'm the last one out of there. So that was not, and that's why that drill sergeant did that to me, put me in the line 10th. But I did get to watch everybody else. So that was a lot of fun. That part of it was a lot of fun. Last time I had a gas mask on around other people, got flagged by the police, came up during a firearm review. Ah, okay. Oh, of course. Of course. So, but you definitely know that your equipment worked. You definitely felt safe having that equipment. So real quick, guys, I'm going to ask for another thumbs up. We're at 663 in the chat. We're at 370 on the thumbs up. Um, so thank you ahead of time, for doing that, showing support for the channel by shooting the thumbs up. It also really does help with the algorithms. So the more interaction that we can have, the better it is for the channel. So I thank you for doing it for that reason as well. Again, I do like to see a lot of thumbs up. So that's part of the game for me, of course. And also, you know, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. So thank you for that reason as well. Really, really quickly. Oh, thank you, man. Rasta G Rasta. Thank you very much. He said he likes the shirt. It's a Support 81 shirt for those of you that don't know. I have friends that ride that are in Maryland, and the shirt was given to me, so I do wear it. If you don't like that, that is your problem. So there you are. I don't care if people like it or don't like it. Um, I've always kind of done what I wanted to do. So, but yeah. So now I would never be part of a club. I've already talked about that. It's just not in my DNA. I'm too independent. So, like the clubs, I'll hang out with them, have fun with them. I have no issue with that whatsoever. And you be respectful, and they're respectful to you. That's just kind of how it goes. So, anyway, real quick, I want to mention my website. We're still continuing the Legacy Freeze Dried Food Sale right now, and what was I going to say? If you go to my website, preppernurse1.com, you click on store, it will drop down. You will see Legacy Foods. You click on that, it will take you to the store within the website. You know, what we have on sale right now is there. So definitely take advantage of that. When you decide if you make a purchase, when you check out, 20% will come off automatically, and that sale will be ending on Sunday. So just letting you know ahead of time. So you got about 4 more days, and the sale will be over. And but 25-year shelf life, GMO free, gluten options available for people that need that. Also, you know, uh, let's see, it is the largest portion size of any of the other freeze dried food companies as well. So you do get more bang for your buck with that for that as well. All right. Also, we have the Forefathers, which is a CBD and hemp store. I guess the link right now, if you click on their link, it's not taking you to their website for the Forefathers website. So I do have a call into that to them that we're going to try to get that fixed. But if you decide to go over to the Forefathers website, and if you decide to make a CBD or hemp purchase over there, and when you check out over there, make sure you use the discount code PrepperNurse1 over there on their website, and you'll save 15% on your purchase if you decide to make a CBD or hemp purchase. The last thing on my website, we have the Prepper Nurse One community, which is free to join. You do have to register. And so, sorry, I keep, but, but, it is free to join. You do have to register, but no credit card information is asked. All right. Go in, check out the message boards, try to find somebody in your state or in your country. That's what we set it up for. All right. So I've been doing better. Once I'm up for a while, like I just slept before the live stream. So a lot of times once I sleep and I get up initially, I'll cough for a little while and then it clears it out. So I feel much better in my lungs. I don't feel so full in my chest, which is you know that's really good. So I'm getting there. I'm definitely recovering. So I definitely feel much better. It's just going to take some time. It's just going to take some time. All right, so let's do the egg count. All right. So I want you guys give you a minute here to make your guesses, and we will go from there. So first of all, I'm going to tell you what we got for eggs yesterday. All right. Yesterday we had zero. Yesterday was zero. So that was I was actually pretty shocked that we got none. Because we always at least get one, but we got nothing yesterday. All right. If you had the same guess as Judy Dowell, Judy Dowell with 4 eggs, that's what we ended up with today. So I was pretty happy with 4, especially after getting none yesterday. I was like, you got to be kidding me. But it has been, like I said, it's cold. We got snow on the ground. And yeah, I showed that in the video yesterday. Yeah, there was none yesterday. So, but hey, some days you got a winner and some days you don't. That's how it kind of goes. But it's that time of year, so they're just staying warm and doing their thing. Yeah, they're holding on and they're on strike. That's right, they're on strike. They're good chickens though. They're a lot of fun. Even if I'm mean and I make them stay out in the yard, I don't know what that lady was even talking about. They come in and go out as much as or little as they want to. And if you saw yesterday when I was walking around out there was one chicken in the yard, one. The rest were all inside. So 80K man, I now have a partner with my channel. Oh, that's cool, man. Who'd you partner up with? Yeah, they're unionizing. That's right. The chickens are going on strike for better living conditions. Hey, they got it pretty made. They got a good gig going there. So yeah, chickens do whatever they want. That's for sure. I know it's funny when I went to put him in tonight. That same one, she was still hanging outside in the door, and so I walked up and I'm like, come on, and she wasn't jumping back in there, so I reached in and I grabbed her and popped her up in there. First snowplow of the main road just went by. Awesome sauce 753 said that. Well, like I said, we've had we got a couple inches of snow up here. Well, we had gone the other day. We'd gone in. Well, yesterday we had to go down to town because we actually had to go do laundry. Uh, okay. Well, that's all right, man. I'm not mad. Do whatever you got to do. Make your affiliations and do what you got to do, brother. That's okay. 80K, man. That's no worries. Um, but anyway, it was funny because we go to town. There's no snow in town. There was no snow in town, because our elevation is that much higher up here. We got snow, so it's pretty funny. I do have an incubator. Yep, I do. I have 2 incubators to be honest with you. So I think that what I'll probably do. I'm not sure when I'm going to do if I'm going to incubate this year. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. So we'll see. I'm not 100% sure yet. But Hey, Yankee Watchdog, how you doing tonight? Nice to see you here. But anyway, guys, the situation over there with Russia, I don't think we'll go to war with Russia. I really don't. That's just my own personal opinion. Uh, even with China, China's never really going to attack us outright. I don't see that happening. I really don't. Just because you got to understand the people of China know that if there was ever any kind of conflict like that, the loss of life would be so huge because it would definitely go nuclear. It would definitely go nuclear. There's no way it wouldn't. If people thought that, oh my God, we're going to get overrun, they're going to push those buttons. That's just what they're going to do. You know, so it is a different type of war. It's a psychological war. It is a war of attrition. It is, beating us down, weakening us. Like right now in China, I'll give you a good example of something. So in China, China has banned, now I want you to think about this. China has banned effeminate men from being on television. They banned it. They don't want people to think that that is okay to have that behavior or to act that way. Now, you look at what happens here in the United States, right? They don't like alpha males. They don't like men that act like men. You know, if you have a little bit of eyeliner on and a little bit of makeup or whatever, that's all good to go now. But and like getting rid of all your body hair. Oh my God, heaven forbid that you have to have body hair. You got to get rid of that. I mean, it's just it's a whole different. Yeah, banned that a few months back right now. Yep, exactly. Yep, Mary Beth. Yep, but it's a whole different thing here. I mean, it's like that is like, you got all these people acting whatever they want to act like, and who knows, and then they have no identity of who they are, you know. It's just it's amazing. It is amazing to me. I am who I am. Never going to change who I am. I'm an alpha male. Always have been an alpha male. Never going to stop being an alpha male. I'm always going to speak my mind. I'm going to do what I want to do. If somebody is offended by that, that is their problem. It is not my problem. So Marv has talked about how China has shut down ENG schools and everything West resemble. Oh, really? Well, they're trying to maintain control over there. I'm sure there's a lot going on in China that we're not seeing. There's a lot going on in China that we're not seeing. I think people have had enough of just even you think about, okay, with like the lockdowns. China locked down entire cities. They locked down 8 and 9 million people's cities. What do you think would have happened here if we locked down a city like New York City, locked it down, cut it off, said nobody's going anywhere, you're all staying in your homes, and that's it. And if you come out, you get arrested. You know, um, that wouldn't fly. It just really just wouldn't fly here. Now it could happen, but over there they don't screw around. So so there's a lot going on over there that we're not seeing. Okay. And you look at what's happened even here, and people have had enough of the whole totalitarian type of situation here. And that's why, and this is, again, this is my opinion on this, okay? Yeah, ask Angry Pepper about man buns. I don't get that either, man. I really just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, I had long hair back in the day, guys, but I never put it up in a man bun. I will tell you that right now. Did not happen. Was not comfortable with that. But yeah, they believe in public flogging. Oh, they don't screw around in China. They will get you to do as you're told, and that's it. Yep. Lockdown, wielding apartment doors shut. Exactly. So, but these things do happen. That's a reality. But you look at here, and everybody has a choice. You do whatever you want to do. If you want to have see, my thing is this: you want to have a man bun, whatever. You want to wear your pants sag down underneath your behind, hey, whatever, that's your thing. If you want to be a hipster, be a hipster. I don't care. It don't affect me. I really don't care. You know, I don't like the way that the certain things look, but it's not my judgment. I'm not wearing it like that. So what do I give a crap what you want to do? You know, when you look at the kids that are the freakiest ones, the ones that go like goth and do all that type of stuff. They're doing it for attention. You know what I mean? They do it for attention. And Ed, do you grow medical herbs on your homestead? Yes. Yep. The prepared family. Yes, I do. Yep. So, but it's just if you raise people up to have respect for everybody else, be respectful. Respect is also earned, folks. It's not automatically entitled. Uh, you know, you're not automatically entitled to respect. That's not how it works. You get respect by being respectful. And so, I always treat this is my rule of thumb. I treat people the way I want to be treated until you prove to me you don't deserve to be treated that way. And if you are a jerk and I don't want nothing to do with you, I'm not going to have nothing to do with you. I'm going to just go do my thing and I'm going to leave you alone. I don't want to be bothered. I don't have the time or the energy to waste. And that's what it is. You're wasting your time and your energy with those type of people. So when you have that negativity and you got people that just want to talk down to you and tell you what a horrible person you are or whatever, or just, always judgmental, you just don't have nothing to do with them. You know what I mean? Surround yourself with people that lift you up. You know what I mean? It's like that are on the same level that you are. And I think that that's the way that we should all be treating each other. But, it's just, I'm always going to come at anybody. I'm going to give them a benefit of the doubt. And I will tell you this, and I'm not immune to it. I'm like anybody else. I have absolutely prejudged people. Absolutely prejudged people. Looked at them, saw the way that they were dressed, saw the way that they looked, whatever the case may be. And there's all different variations of that, right? They're different than me. They're dressing weird or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And 9 times out of 10, they're pretty cool if you give people that benefit of the doubt. And, maybe they're, like I said, they're a little different, whatever. They come from a different environment or different background, and what they do is what they do. But, it just, like I said, my hair down to my butt. I have to wear a ponytail so goats won't grab it when I'm feeding them. Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, I'm sure that they would. I am absolutely sure that they would. Yeah, as humans, we all do that. We absolutely do. Every single person does. I'll tell you a funny story real quick. Okay, just a good example. A good friend of mine. I've known her since she was 18 years old. I was like 23 at the time, and we used to work out at the same gym together. And so, we've always stayed in touch, and we've been friends forever and a day. And she got married. I've been married twice, and she had her children. I had my children. And so her son was graduating from high school. This is going back a few years now. And so her son was graduating from high school, and they were having a party. And so she had invited me to come out. And so it was a freaking beautiful day. So I'm like, well, they were in Holly, New York. So from here, we're talking about a 45, 50-minute drive. And so I'm like, well, it's a gorgeous day. I'm taking a bike. So I got on a muscle shirt, got my vest on, hopped on my bike, and I get there, roll up on my Harley, and you know, say hey and start talking with people and stuff like that. So I get talking with this one gentleman, and he says to me, he goes, I got to tell you something, and I'm like, what? He said, when you rolled up here, he goes, I saw you, and I was like, oh my God, this is some badass biker dude. He goes, but you're like the nicest guy in the world. And it's funny because, again, that's that prejudgment. They look at you, they see the tattoos, they see the shaved head, all that type of situation, and they're automatically going to make that judgment of what they think you are. But, again, like with anybody, if you take a moment and get to know that person, you will be surprised that maybe they are a very, very cool person. So, I just thought it was funny. Because I know I get prejudged because if I'm on the bike and the way I look and the way I dress and in the whole 9 yards. But do I perpetuate the look on purpose? Absolutely, I do. Because you know why? I will tell you why. The people that you don't want bothering you, they're not coming nowhere near you when you look a certain way. When you have a certain look, those certain types of people, they're not going to even approach you because they're first of all they're scared. They've already judged you, and so to me, it's like I don't want to get to know those people anyway. If you don't take that time to get to know me, then I don't care. So I perpetuate the look, and I'll be honest, I do because people leave me alone. That's what I want. If I'm out riding, I don't want to be bothered by nobody. I want to do my thing. I want to enjoy my ride. If Heather and I stop to have an ice cream or whatever the case may be, great. You know what I mean? But it's just I find it hilarious because what a lot of people don't understand is I'll be the first person to jump off that bike and help anybody. Yesterday, I'll give you an example. So we had to run down to town yesterday, like I told you guys, to go do laundry. So we got up to the main road. Once we come out of our area and then we go up and there was a main road and there was 3 cop cars up there. All right. And so 2 cars were in a ditch. Obviously they were in an accident and they were both in the ditch. And so I said to one of the cops, I put my window down and I said, "Is everybody okay?" I said, "Do you need any help?" I said, "I'm a nurse." And he says, "No, we got it all taken care of. We're all set." He goes, "Thank you very much. I appreciate you stopping." And I said, "No problem." And so we went on our way. But in that situation, I'm always going to stop and offer help because you don't know. You don't know what you're running into. You don't know what the situation is. You don't know how bad somebody's maybe hurt. Maybe there's something that I could make a difference with. You know what I mean? But that's how I roll. I don't come up on an accident and go, "Oh, not my problem," and go on down the road. I'm always going to stop. I'm always going to stop. So, that's kind of where I'm at with that one. So, but anyway, so let's do this. I know the time is just freaking absolutely flying like it always does. Here we are already at 9 o'clock. Amazing. So real quick, I'm going to ask for another thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, we're almost 600 in the chat. We're 467 on the thumbs up. So, please shoot a thumbs up to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time for doing that. Are you required to do that being a nurse? No, Okie Forge, we have no requirement to do that at all. There's no requirement to do that. Some nurses will stop and some will not. I will tell you that right now. That I know for a fact as well. So anyway, guys, if you haven't shot that thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel. And I do appreciate that. Again, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel as well. So I thank you for that reason as well. Also, I like to see a lot of thumbs up. That's part of the game, of course. But also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. So now I've finished my hot. Well, I got a sip left. Last of the hot tea. So just for JJ's sake, I made sure I had a green tea with me. All right, so let's do some shout outs. The Nomadic Movement, young couple down in Panama. Like them very much. Nice young couple. I think we should support them. I know that they're in the process. He just came back up to Boston, and they got their daughter's passport, and so they will all be going back down to Panama very, very soon. And so they've been doing a lot of very, very cool things. Nice couple. I like what they're doing. So I definitely think we should support them. We got the Angry Prepper down in New York City, of course. We have Marfugal News out on the West Coast. Him and Dax doing a lot of good stuff. Doug and Stacy, awesome as well. Love them. We have Bushcraft Bear over in the Canary Islands in La Palma. Also, let's see, we have Corporal's Corner. We have Gray Man Prepping. We have Pinball. Don't want to forget Pinball. Green Greg's as well. Another really, really good channel. A lot of great information on there. You have Southern Prepper One. Um, Also another really good channel. A lot of information there as well. You have Magic Prepper in North Dakota. So also you have Canadian Prepper. Awesome guy there as well. A lot of good information there. You have Alaskan Prepper. You also have Alaskan Granny. Also, you when there is let's see, Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, another fantastic channel, a lot of really good information. Uh, you have Suspicious Observer. Uh, there is God, I keep forgetting their name. Deep Homestead South, or what is that, guys? Somebody's gonna throw it up there for me. Bush Radical is another good channel. Girl in the Woods, also a great channel. Husband and wife there. So the Needy Homesteader is another one. Deep South Homestead, right? Yes. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I can't. Their name always escapes me. Uh, My Self Reliance with Sean James. He has the two channels, and you know, Prepper Princess comes to mind. We have Suspicious Observer. I think I've already said them. Icky Can, my buddy up in Canada as well. Nice, nice gentleman up there. North Shore Preparedness. 80K Man, who's also in the house. Bizarrizza Jizza is another one. Survival Lily comes to mind. There's so many channels out there. There's so much good information that we can all glean and we can learn something from. And I think that that's important. And like I said, with supporting each other, I think that is the way to do it. I really do. So, there is a lot of things that we can pick up from different people. Hey, Marfugal News, thank you. To answer your title, yes, in my opinion. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate the donation as well. Very kind of you. I'm glad to see you're here. Always giving you a shout out, as you know. You probably hear it from other people as well. But keep up the good work. I hope that's not the case. From the title, I'd be honest with you. I hope that's not the case. I don't think that that would be productive in any way. It's going to hurt a lot of people if that happens, unfortunately. So, but Ed, I told Sean James that you always give him a shout out. Oh, that's cool. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. No, like I said, I like his channel and I like what he's doing up in Canada. He's amazing to watch him build, especially because he's doing it all by himself all the time. He is a worker. There's no doubt about that. And, he will get himself squared away there.
It's a little bit salty, but
Oh, you did.
the fried rice. There's normal rice in there too.
You did fried rice?
Yeah, there's white rice out there as well.
Oh, okay. Well, no, because I didn't know if you had made the brown rice. I thought you maybe that's what I thought this was.
No, it's fried rice.
Mmm, fried rice. So come and say hi so people can see you. And I'll take a couple of bites while you're.
Yeah, I am the chef. Is it good?
Mm-hmm. Yep. 1 billion Chinese people cannot be wrong. Okay. So I will actually have you take this up back out. I got like 10 more minutes.
Yep, I know.
So now I got all kinds of dogs.
Yep, I'll leave that on him for you. And there's white rice in the actual stop.
All right.
In the thing if you want any of that.
All right. Thank you, sweetie.
Oh, please.
So for those of you wondering, with all the rice that I have on hand, do I eat rice? Yes, all the time. Love rice. I could eat it all the time. I have no issue eating rice. Rice is a great filler. And again, indefinite shelf life, for those of you who are wondering, great, great thing to have in your preps. But I would definitely use it as a filler. So vegetable fried rice is awesome. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Hella definitely wanted some of the rice. There's no doubt about that. So, yeah, she was like, I'm going to make some rice. So, I got to tell you what we did last night. So, I said to Heather, I said, Stella is awesome. She's doing very, very well. Thank you for asking, Lori. Um, I said to Heather last night, I said, I'm going to cut up some of those potatoes from the garden, fry them up. You want some? She's like, yeah. So I pulled down cast iron pan, put some oil in it, cut up some potatoes, put some onion salt, onion powder in there. Oh my God, it was freaking delicious. It was. What? What? You're just a little bitty tiny baby. Yes, you are. She's so big. But so we had that last night, and it was absolutely awesome. So what? This is a time of year, to be honest with you. We do a lot more cooking in the house. Uh, with the wood stove. I love this time of year because, like I said, not even just, and that's one of the reasons, like with the tea, even, heating up the water and making some tea. But it's awesome. With the wood stove, you just cook. Decide, okay, I feel like having this, and you just cook it up right on the wood stove. Awesome tool to have. But yeah, but those potatoes, they came out. Oh, I told her because it cooked down. It looked like a lot in the pan, and when it cooked down, I said to her, I said I'm gonna have to cut up more next time. I thought that was gonna be more enough, but it really wasn't. But it was delicious. I mean, I just used it like finger food. Just ate it like didn't even have a fork or nothing. So, but experimentation, cooking. I would encourage all of you to learn how to cook on your wood stoves. Do different things, figure out what works, what doesn't work. Those are good things. The last thing you want to do is have an SHTF event and then have to try to figure out what you can do and what you cannot do, what works and what doesn't work. That would not be a fun time, in my opinion, to try to figure those things out. Uh, you know, yep, taters, onions, and then cooked in bacon grease. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And even if you have some bacon, cut the bacon up, put that in there as well. How much does Hella weigh now? Oh, God. If I had to make a guess, I'd say she's probably about 100 pounds. I have no idea how much she weighs. I just know that she is the biggest dog in the house. She is a big baby. She's an awesome dog. But yeah, but yeah, it's learn as much as you can. Dog sled in the winter. Yeah, right. Exactly. All right. So let us do this now. Let's do We Are Legion. I'm gonna ask again. Let's do another thumbs up. Let's see. Let's hit 600. Let's go. So it's 60 more thumbs up. Let's see if we can hit that before we jump off of here. So again, if you have not shot the thumbs up yet, I would ask you to please do so. And oh, see, Philip's right on it today. Philip is on it today. Melbourne, Australia. Yes, sir. I see that. Good job, Philip. Jumping the gun as always. But anyway, I did say We Are Legion already. So thumbs up, please, if you haven't done so. Where is everybody from? So we have Philip, of course, from Melbourne, Australia. We have Lexington, Kentucky in the house, BC, Canada, Kansas, Missouri, Fort Worth, Texas, Essex Junction, Vermont, Northeast Georgia, Nowhere, Oklahoma, Melbourne, Australia, Inverness, Florida, missed that one. San Diego, Eastern Oregon, Central Missouri, let's see, North Central Texas, Linfield, Massachusetts, Alberta, Canada, Somerset, Pennsylvania, Colorado, Fillmore, New York, Iverin, Kentucky, San Diego. We have Waterloo, New York, Battleground, Alabama, Ontario, Canada, Southern West Virginia. We have Minnesota is in the house, Newfoundland, Canada, Raleigh, North Carolina, North Highlands of California, Beech Grove, Indiana, once again, New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, Central Virginia, Ulster Park, New York. Let's see, Paris, Texas, Costakin, Ohio, Toronto's in the house, Long Island, San Juan Mountains of Colorado, very nice, Central California, Ocean Springs, Mississippi, very nice. Never been down that way. I'd like to get down there at some point. We have Central Pennsylvania, Groveland, Massachusetts, Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri, very nice. I want to get that way too. I want to check that out at some point. Definitely want to check out the Ozarks. Let's see, St. Augustine, Florida, Nova Scotia, Canada. So South Central Helenas. Very nice. So, guys, again, we're all over the country. We're all over the world. We're a huge family. Really, really important, too, that we are the ones that are awake. We are the ones that can make a difference. And, you know, being awake puts us at a huge, huge advantage. We're going to be much better off than we got Central Iowa, much better off than most of the people that are out there. We really are. We're more ready than they are, and there's so many. 93% of the people are not ready for a 2 week disaster, and that in itself should be frightening enough to make people realize that we really need to get on the stick and get things squared away. Really makes a big difference, and the more prepared we are, the better off we're going to be. You know what I mean? Green Greg says, I will go live tonight, going to record and upload a video first. Okay, cool. So, guys, again, Green Greg's, we talked about obviously him earlier. He's here in the chat with us. So, go over there and show him some support and love, and he's going to be live streaming a little bit later. So, we got Oklahoma is in the house as well with Edna. Welcome, Edna. So, again, guys, stay diligent, keep prepping, keep doing what you're doing. We don't know how much time we got. Hopefully, we don't go to war. If we do go to war, we'll have to deal with that as we have to deal with it. But it's going to be not a good situation. And I don't want to see any more young men and women die for nothing. Hey, Patricia Reeves, welcome, a moderate prepper. Well, thank you very much for joining us with the membership. I appreciate that. Oh, again, too, just so people know, I'm doing another hardcore prepper live stream tomorrow night to make up for last week when I could not do it because I was too sick. So if you would like to join us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for that, you need to become a hardcore prepper. And but thank you for becoming a member. I do appreciate that. And I thank all the people that are members. I appreciate the support. It really does mean a lot. And again, it goes back into what we're doing. All that money is going to always go back into making either the homestead here in New York or the homestead down in West Virginia better. And yeah, war is not a great idea. No, never is. It never is. So anyway, guys, I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely fantastic job keeping the chat clean. It is very much appreciated. You guys are absolutely the best. And thank you for what you do. It does mean a lot to me. It really, really does. And that you're here stream after stream, keeping the chat clean and having it be an enjoyable time for everybody. Also, I thank all you guys for being here and joining us in these live streams and in discussions and whatever we're talking about. It makes a big, big difference too. And I appreciate the feedback and the input. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun, and I enjoy it, and I love hearing what you guys have to say. That's why I'm always asking for feedback. Even and here's the thing is too, I don't always have to agree with the feedback. Okay, that's not about what it is. It's about working in getting things squared away and having people having difference of opinions, and I'm okay with that. We can always agree to disagree, and I think as long as we can support each other and still be able to do that, we're going to be in better shape. So we got 580 on the thumbs up, 20 more guys. Let's get to 600 on the thumbs up. So if you haven't shot that thumbs up yet, let's do show support for the channel. Let's see if we can hit 600 here before we jump off. So we got now down 18 to go, 18 more to go. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. We are truly one race called the human race. And as soon as we can figure that out, we are going to be in such better shape. When we realize that we are in the same boat, that we can work and support each other, all the difference that will make, it'll be huge, huge difference. Really does make a difference. We got to stop letting them divide us. We got to stop letting them divide us over race, religion, political affiliation, the vax, the unvax, all of that. We got to stop letting them do that. They're playing games. They're just playing games, and we can't let them win that game. All right. Also, remember, hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Um, Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. And as we continue to creep closer to 100,000, when we hit 100,000 subscribers, I will have STD tattooed on my body. So we are working our way towards that. So kind of excited. I think that'll be cool. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet, but we'll figure that one out as well. But step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you were trying to do, whatever you were trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. Again, don't let people tell you what you can't accomplish. You can do anything that you want to do. So we easily hit 600. We're at 602. I knew you guys could do it because you guys are awesome. So thank you for that. I appreciate that as well. Be safe, guys. Continue to prep, continue to get ready. I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you have a great night. Prepper Nurse One, out for now.